A barrier here. It's like dying. He's dead. Dude, this character is having a spasm. We did so much damage that he's just... okay. It's not bad. We actually got a proc in there for 1.7 million. Hell yeah. Alright, we're back. Alright. So, we got the new tier set here. Your spells and abilities have a chance to hit a jackpot. So, every caster has a mechanic called jackpot. So, every single caster is going to have this jackpot effect. For all melees, it's something else. I think it's like winning streak or something. So every tier set kind of operates under the same mechanic. For casters, again, that's jackpot. So your spells and abilities have a chance to hit a jackpot. Fires a frostbolt volley, dealing 500,000 damage to your primary target. 100,000 damage to up to 8 additional. Casting Veins always hits the jackpot. So you're gonna Veins, and it's gonna just do 500k damage. Then Icy Veins causes you to hit a jackpot 100% effectiveness. So does that mean it's gonna do 1 million damage? Or wait, at 100% effectiveness every 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds during your veins, you're also just gonna send out that random bit of damage. All right, and then for the other specs, we can go ahead and see what those are as well. Your spells and abilities have a chance to hit a jackpot, reducing the cooldown of combustion by 3%. Casting Combustion always hits a jackpot at 200% effectiveness. Okay, so when you bust, your spells and abilities have a chance to reduce the cooldown of combustion by 9 seconds. When you hit a jackpot, your damage is increased by 15% for 7 seconds. If you would gain jackpot from combustion, the duration is increased by 100%. So you cast Combust, you hit a jackpot. And it does it at 200% effectiveness. So does that mean that the damage increase is higher for 7 seconds? And then if you get jackpot from Combust, which you will, the duration is increased by 100%. So is that a 20-second long combustion? I mean, keeping in mind that these tier sets are nerfed in half in PvP, but like still, damn, that seems kind of crazy actually. And then we have Arcane Mage. Tier set for that one is your spells and abilities have a small chance to hit a jackpot, granting you clear castings, and an 8% increased spell damage proc for 12 seconds. Casting Touch of the Magi always hits a jackpot. So the foresight, when you hit a jackpot, you also gain... What's good? YessaGG? Other Attunement. So Other Attunement is that AoE missiles down here that's like really, really, really strong. It's a really strong thing here. YessaGG. Thank you guys for those subs coming in. Lane, appreciate it, man. 40 months. Super duper appreciate that. So yeah, the Arcane one, you're going to press Touch of the Magi. It's going to give you a clear casting. It's going to give you increased damage, and it's going to give you an Ether. And then while you're using those missiles, it's going to be proccing... It has a chance to hit a jackpot again, which is going to give you another Other Attunement. So that one is insane, I think. Damn, yeah, kind of crazy, I think. Really, really crazy, actually. So these tier sets, man, they look cool. And I mean, we can look at the sets, too. Sets are pretty awesome, in my opinion. Yeah, so far, I'm really, really liking the tier sets on this PTR so far. So for Frostmage, there wasn't really too many changes other than the fact that Excess Fire and Excess Frost are now just proccing off of spells. So now when I Comet Storm, that's going to give me the Excess Frost lance. So that's going to generate the Frostfire Burst thing. It's going to do more damage and give me that Flurry recharge back, which is cool. And then I think once you consume that, so once you send in that lance, then that gives you the Excess Frost one. And that's going to give you cooldown reduction on Comet Storm. So in my opinion, it's really cool. Before, these abilities weren't tied to spells. It was tied to these stacking buffs. So that being kind of more baked into the rotation, making it more predictable, means you have to track less things. Overall, good changes in my opinion. Then we have a really interesting one down here with the Overpowered Barrier. Now, I think these are really strong on Frost and Fire so far, at least that's my opinion, because it feels like you're getting double value. Because when you play Frostfire, you have imbued warding, so you have 2 barriers, which means you're essentially getting double value from this. So your barrier absorbs 100% more damage, and that's gonna be for each one. And you also get double value because you get both effects now. So even though the barrier only lasts 5 seconds, the absorb amount is going to be like a crazy number. And it says if the barrier is fully absorbed for frost, enemies within 10 yards suffer, a big chunk of damage that scales with your intellect, I believe. And they're slowed by 70%. And then for the fire one, it reflects 100% of the damage absorbed. But keep in mind, that's only like while the barrier exists. So if I press it here, this one is about 800,000. That one's about 3.8 million. Once someone does 800,000 damage into the fire barrier, it's gonna... I think that means it can only really like reflect 800,000 damage. So I do think it's strong, but it's not like a Warlock's Reflect where it's like, all damage for 5 seconds is gonna be reflected or whatever, because that's kind of how it sounds. We'll have to get someone to help me test this barrier talent to see how much damage it's actually going to be doing. And then for Arcane, that OP barrier talent is something a little bit different. Oh, also keep in mind the barrier has to be destroyed for these effects to go off. If the barrier ends, it doesn't work. And you also cannot cancel it early, I believe. And then we have the Arcane one, which if the barrier is fully absorbed, your next blink within the next 15 seconds grants you invisibility and immunity to damage. So that one is interesting because it's like, let's say, basically when you use this talent, you'll have to kind of alter the way that you think about barrier. It's not something that you just press, in the starting room now. It's something that you press sort of like your wall, It's like you press it in high burst moments because you need it to be broken and it only lasts 5 seconds. So, if people are popping off on you, they're popping all their damage cooldowns. You barrier, the barrier gets absorbed, and then as soon as it breaks, you can shimmer, and then you get immunity to damage for 3 seconds. I think that makes, you could be really tanky with that because in theory, you could barrier, it breaks. Keep in mind the barrier absorbs a lot more too. Then you would shimmer, get immunity to damage, and then after those 3 seconds, you could use mass barrier. That one would break, and then you could shimmer again and have immunity. It is kind of like almost forcing you a little bit to use your shimmers, maybe in a way that you don't want to. So I can maybe see this feeling a little bit awkward, but yeah, I don't know. I think the OP barrier talents are pretty cool so far. There was one more massive change to the PvP talents, and that was Ring of Fire. So Ring of Fire replaces Ring of Frost. If you play Ice Nova, you can't even play Ring of Fire now, so you have to be playing Ring of Frost for it to work. And another thing with it is it's not really a damaging cooldown anymore. The cooldown got increased quite a bit. It summons a Ring of Fire for 8 seconds. Then when you enter the ring, you're disoriented, and you burn for 3% of your total health. So here, we'll put it down, see what it looks like. So it's a disorient. It's literally just a ring of Dragon's Breath. I find it kind of weird that it does damage too. Enemies entering the ring are disoriented and burn for 3% of their total health. It seems really bad, in my opinion. I'm kind of curious to see if can I break it with damage. Yeah, I did. It didn't break right away. It has a tiny damage threshold, but it did break the damage. Because it would actually be like, it would be a stun, if it didn't, which could be kind of cool. But yeah. I don't predict you'll play this, especially with like how many good PvP talents you have now. In my opinion, this is a nerf, but it's a good change. And people might be confused about that. But I think Ring of Fire has been limiting Blizzard's ability to buff certain spells. Because Ring of Fire would make mages damage on details similar to a lot of other classes. And, now that Ring of Fire doesn't do damage, it means that our actual spells have to do damage. No. So I think that's a good change. I kind of hated for the longest time that it felt like Ring of Fire was sort of carrying Mage's damage in at least like, you know, high rated games and stuff. Ring of Fire would majority of the time be really, really high up there. So kind of you know, farewell to Ring of Fire. I'm okay with that 100%, even though in the short term it is sort of a nerf. But I predict we'll run something like this: Ice Wall OP with Snowdrift. So very cool in my opinion. And then I think Fire, the last thing, Fire has
Tube. What's good? YessaGG.
Yo, Spipsy, thank you for the 5 months. I think Fire has some new fun toys as well. It has Ignition Burst. Actually, I believe that might be all. Ignition Burst. And then yeah, if you're playing Frostfire, you also get the bonus from the OP barrier. So I think Frostfire just got a lot stronger as well because you get both. So I predict on Fire you'll play something like this maybe baseline, where you play OP barrier wall with Ignition Burst. Ignition Burst basically just makes your Scorch how it is now on live servers. It's instant because they actually removed the instant proc from Heat Shimmer, so you have to PvP talent into it now. But that's fine. But yeah, I think that's about all. Now we're just gonna try to look for someone so that we can actually do some like player testing for a couple spells and stuff. All right. It's actually, damn, yeah, it's actually my second highest damage. Cool. All right. It's not bad. We actually got a proc in there for 1.7 million. Hell yeah. All right, we're back. For a second there, I was thinking this tier set was trash, but again, we don't know if that is the... that kind of seems like it's not the nerfed in half version, you know? It's like, I am hitting the PvP dummy. Is it nerfed by 50% in PvP like all tier sets should be right now? Probably not. So let's say it is nerfed in half. We could literally just round this up to about 8 million, call it 4 million damage. And then if you put that somewhere, it's, you know, more down here than it is up here. Might be worse, but still probably good. Still probably worth it. Seems alright. Yeah, not bad. Alright, let's look at the other tier sets. It's really annoying on PTR to play multiple specs because the keybinds don't save. See if we can get this to... I don't know, to me that's surprising. We can maybe tell, like right now it says 100%, and then if we get into PvP combat, normally the tooltip should change, but it doesn't look like it is. And then you can see the damage number on that scaling based off of our Incanter's flow at the time. So it does scale off your intellect, which is good, obviously. Okay, let's change specs. I think Fire probably we'll look at next. Change some stuff here. How do you like keybind without bartender? I know we use bartender. There we go. Oh, you like can't bind some of these. Like, see how it's, you can't. That's weird. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, the build looks... I don't think I'm gonna play these. We'll go here. Here, here. And then, we have one more point left. Where do I normally put this in? I don't know. Someone said on average this is about 3 procs a minute, so just do that this year. Oh, they might have actually changed this ability, if I remember correctly. No. When your direct spells hit an enemy 25 times. I guess that's a little different, but not really. Yeah, they didn't change too much. Okay, that's we can get rid of and go. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go Phoenix Rework. All right, so Fire Mage tier set. We'll go over it one more time here. Spells and abilities have a chance to hit a jackpot, reducing the cooldown of Combust. Casting Combust always hits jackpot, 200% effectiveness. When you hit a jackpot, your damage increased by 15%, 7 seconds. And if you get jackpot from Combustion, the duration is increased by 100%. So who knows what that means? I really don't. Let's do a rotation and see what exactly is going on. So let's just spend all of our procs. Meteor, Combust, Frostfire, Bolt. The Meteor still only lasted 10 seconds. I thought the duration would be longer. At least that's what I was gathering. but maybe I'm wrong. I have movement speed somehow. Oh, wait. What is this? Oh, they changed that icon. So frantic speed, you just get that now somehow. What did they bake that into? Anyways, let's look at the rotation. Yep, checks out. Checks out. Everything looks about the same here. We can get. I think I've noticed that the proc rate on heat shimmer seems a lot lower. So wait. So hitting a jackpot literally just reduces combustion and gives you damage increase. Here, what is that? Floating combat text. So is that like whenever I? Yeah, there we go. So it should tell me when I get a jackpot now. Cast combust here. Man, that's so annoying with the fire because it's literally just like hot streak. So wait, where's the damage bonus from it? For some reason, it's... Oh, it's right there. We'll keep going until we get another jackpot. Doesn't tell me when I do, though. So that just reduces combustion. I don't know. I mean, the damage increase is nice, obviously, but... I'm confused by casting combustion always hits a jackpot at 200% increase in effectiveness. So does that mean when I bust, the cooldown is going to reduce itself? We can look. Bust. Reduce it by 5 seconds. And then the buff I get, it's still 15%. Oh, actually that is double, right? Or no. No, it's not. No, it's always 15%. Yeah, the fire one seems weird. Either it's like not working or something, I don't know. It's hard to tell with that one, but alright, let's go to Arcane now. Okay, don't think spec specific keybinds is working. Anyways, let's see. Oops. Just put those there, it doesn't matter. It's just a PTR, we don't care. Oh. Thank you, sir. Dope. I don't remember my keybind for this spell. I can't bind shift mouse wheel up through the edit mode. What? Okay. Interesting. Sure. That's all we need for now anyways. We gotta set up the spec. I think Arcane's tree did change quite a bit. So, Slipstream, Charged Orb, Resonance, Magi, Imp Magi, Eureka, Evo, Familiar, Tempo, Bobble, Impetus, Illuminated. Wait, that's awkward. Man, it sucks. They rearranged the tree again to where you have to take Familiar. Oh, that's really AIDS. Debilitation, Ether, Loop, Enlightened, Harmony, Echo, Magi Spark, or one off. So you have to give up something. Probably. Wow, this tree sucks. Because you need or Barrage, but you have to give up something of value. All right, we have a. Let's duel this guy again. Let's go Ring of Frost too, because I want to be able to get these Snowdrifts set up, and we're gonna try to get this guy to proc our Overpowered Barrier to see how much damage it does. So let's not Barrier yet. That's not how you use it anymore. DB, Ring, Snowdrift, Orb, Veins, Comet Storm, Pet Nova, Frostfire Bolt, Ray of Frost, Blink Away, Knock. We're gonna Barrier right now and try to one-shot him with it. We'll see. I don't know if it broke or not. We'll wait for this AMS to end and we'll proc another one. But we gotta get him out of zone first. I'm just gonna sit and block. Wait for his zone to be over. Okay, we're gonna Barrier here. Break it, break it, break it, break it, break it. Break it, break it, break it, break it. Dude, you're not doing... There. Did it break? We'll check, we'll check. Oh wait, another Barrier. Break it, break it, break it, break it, break it, break it. Break it, break it, break it. No. Very hard to get people to break your Barrier. DB Ring, Snowdrift, Comet Storm, Pet Nova, Frostfire Bolt. Dead. Okay. Oh my god. Yo, wait, what the fuck? Yo. Okay, wait, it kind of like patted on pets a little bit, but it patted on pets a little bit. It did almost 2 million, so 10% of my damage to the DK. Holy. Wait. Okay. Okay. Just think, I think there was like 1 or 2 that also didn't get proc, so it could have done 20 million times more too. Hey. Thank you. Thank you, kind sir. Alright. So we're gonna Barrier. Oh wait, no, go. Okay, kill it. Fuck. You gotta do a lot. Okay, right here. Do another one. Barrier only lasts 5 sec. You need to break it quick. Dude, the Barrier is actually absorbing so much that I can't get people to break it in time. It's like it absorbs actually too much damage. It's like I can't get it to break. Have you tried fire with OP Barrier and Fireheart? I'm about to try it in a second here against this guy. Dude, this character is having a spasm. We did so much damage that he's just... Okay. Can you do it again? Damage. I think you'll die. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna bust with this one. Nice. I used no spells. I just busted and got attacked. That was it. Because then all the ticks of Blazing Barrier would crit. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, you did good. I used 0 spells on you. You died to legit just barrier. Dude, that's great, man. Yep. Keep in mind what I said earlier, guys. All right, take this with a grain of salt. It's into like really fast melee swinging. The blazing one reflects damage. The frost one explodes when it is fully broken. Yep, tried it. Busting. Need to get his cloak. The barrier here. It's like dying. He's dead. Okay. So overpowered barrier did my top damage there. He said rip no second vanish. Yeah. Did he have cloak though, I wonder? Also, not being able to like have barrier up at the start is like a big deal too. I did pre-mirrors this. Spamming barrier. Trying to get it before the garrote. DB, meteor, altar, bust, barrier here. Cloaks it. Trying to eat right now. I knew he was gonna sap me because my dots just ran out. Gonna displace barrier. No, I couldn't get it. Barrier here, kill. I like how my barrier is my fucking cooldown. I'm like, barrier here, kill, kill. Oh, it's too funny. Yeah, nice.